Yeah, I feel great. I think this is really going to be a new kind of spaceport that is optimized for sort of commercial operations. That, as I was saying in my talk, Cape Canaveral and Vandenberg are really, they're great launch sites, but they're military launch sites, and so they're sort of optimized more for defense of the country and that kind of thing. What's important for the future of space exploration is to have a truly commercial launch site, just as we have commercial airports. So if you travel somewhere, and from Dallas to New York or to London, you're always landing at a commercial airport, and those, because every sort of structure has a primary purpose, and I think it's important that the world have the first sort of truly commercial orbital spaceport. We're still going to make heavy use of Cape Canaveral, Cape Kennedy, and Vandenberg, but those will be primarily for U.S. government activity. So it'll be, and then we're expecting our South Texas launch site to be primarily for commercial, and we're expecting a very high flight rate in the future. In fact, if you look at our launch rate on manifest on our website, it's growing very rapidly, and we need to make sure we can launch all of those vehicles and do so, in the right way. And so I think so we look all around the country to see what might make the best commercial orbital launch site. We actually looked at several places in Texas, also just all along the western coast of the United States. We looked also at Hawaii. We looked at potentially from some of the U.S. islands, and then we put into account various factors. One of the biggest factors, maybe the biggest, I think, was the willingness of the state and local governments to support such an endeavor. In other words, do they really want it? Because we want to be a place where we're truly wanted. And we actually began environmental studies on a few different locations, but I think the fundamental point that swayed SpaceX for Boca Chica was the tremendous outpouring of support from local residents.